It's really important you recognize that your physical mind is not designed to tell you subconscious mind is below your level of consciousness. Your physical mind can tell you how things have happened, but it's not. Yeah, so there's a lot of confusion and a lot of misunderstanding about the subconscious mind, and a lot of people that are engaged in the law of attraction or the law of vibration or what I call the law of creation, because that's really what people want to know how to do, is how do I create things that I want for myself and for my life, if you get right down to the brass tacks. And so you've got this kind of notion going on where there's this part of your mind which is called your subconscious mind, which is kind of acting like a boogeyman. It's kind of like controlling your thoughts, and you're almost like a puppet on a string that you don't really have much control over what you can or can't do in the world, because your subconscious mind will overrun anything that comes up that's inconsistent with it. Well, it's just not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Because the way this works, the way manifestation works, is the thought. The thought, again, is the leader or the forerunner of how things are being experienced for human beings, but the emotion, the energy and motion is the actual catalyst or the driver or the causer of it. And so if you have a thought that is below your level of consciousness, it can't have any effect on you because there's no emotion that can connect up to it, because it's not a conscious thought. Secondarily, your subconscious mind, and it's named subconscious, and it seems like your subconscious mind is below your level of consciousness, but it's not. You've got your physical mind, and then above your physical mind you've got your subconscious, and then your unconscious, and then if you want to go into your superconscious. But you don't have your subconscious mind that's below your physical mind. There's just been such a praising and a worshiping of the physical mind from the egoic perspective in this culture for so long, that people begin to think that the physical mind is the senior most perception. It's not. All it's doing is perceiving your physical world for you. It's perceiving things. Said differently, your physical mind can only tell you how things have happened. It's really great at taking data points and comparing and contrasting them and giving you an output like a computer. So it can tell you how things have happened, and that's the source of most people's daily conversation, how things have happened. It can tell you how things are happening now by taking, again, data points in the present time and comparing them to each other and then giving you an output. So your physical mind can tell you how things have happened, and it also is very good at telling you how things are happening now. But where human beings get completely lost and then wiped out and totally, utterly, thoroughly exhausted in their day-to-day experience of being alive is they now try to make that physical mind, without being consciously aware of it, tell you what's going to happen. And it's not designed to do that. It's the most miserably failing project ever put together. It's the most hopeless, helpless, destined for misery expedition that's ever been attempted in the history of man. And that is to try to go out with your physical mind and figure out how things are going to happen. In fact, if you start to engage yourself in participating or creating things in the law of attraction, law of creation, and you find yourself, you will find yourself, after you've asked for some things and want some things to manifest for yourself, and you begin to wonder how they're going to happen, you'll see that you start to try to figure out how it's going to happen, who's going to be the messenger and bring it to me, how long is it going to take, when's it going to happen, who's going to do it. Well, if George does it, well, if they send the money over here, then they can send it here, and then I can get it. You try to figure out pathways for what you want to happen. It creates misunderstanding within your own being, because you get confused and scared because you don't have any certainty on how it's going to happen. So you feel this kind of angsty feeling, which then pushes away from you those things that you've been looking to create. Why? Because you don't know it, but you're trying to figure out how something's going to happen with a component part of your mind that cannot do it. So it creates fear and uncertainty almost instantly. How's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? How's it going to happen? Where's it going to come from? How's it going to happen? Where's it going to come from? And uncertainty, not knowing this, not knowing this, not knowing this. And that feeling then keeps what you want at abeyance and keeps it from showing up to you. So it's really important that you recognize that your physical mind is not designed to tell you how things are going to happen. It can't do it. It's like asking a plumber to go fix your transmission. He's just not qualified. He's not qualified for that. The problem is you're not aware of it, so you just send the plumber out to start working on your transmission, and he's out there slaving to death and overwhelmed and doing the best he can trying to get it together, but he's never even seen a transmission from under a car, let alone been able to fix one. And that's literally how hopeless it is. And that's really the big feeling of the experience of exhaustion that human beings experience on a daily basis, is trying to use this physical part of their mind to figure out how things are going to happen. It's real exhausting. So, one of the things about this understanding of consciousness and manifestation is that there's a less effort and less kind of worn outness about it. And it's a model that's available for anybody, but there's also a timing in this model. There's people who aren't ready to give up or aren't ready to stop working hard and getting up early and running all the laps and doing all the meditation and drinking the raw eggs. And there's nothing wrong with that model of being alive. It's an attempt to overcome the resistance of the physical universe with effort. And what I'm saying is, if you want to move out of that model and move into this model where you're actually manifesting things that are really dear and true to you, and things that you want to actually deliberately and intentionally show up for you to have an experience of, and begin to enjoy the journey of those things manifesting in your universe for you and others in your life to experience, let's get on a phone call. Just click on the link below, and you can find out on this phone call the simplicity of this model, and you can start participating in this model almost immediately. There's practices that come with it. There's a little shift in consciousness as you kind of transition from you versus the world to you being part of and in the world. But the side effects of this model, of this program, is there's a lot more joy, there's a lot more effortlessness, there's a lot more fun, there's a lot more excitement, there's a lot more enthusiasm, and there's a lot more certainty and sense of confidence that comes to a human being when they begin to realize that they can create anything they want simply by recognizing how they've been thinking and how they've been feeling, and then beginning to use different models and practices to change how they're thinking and how they're feeling about things in their world, and have things show up for them on purpose. It's really powerful.